Hello Divine Feminine and welcome to your power message for Friday, Fabulous Friday. I really feel there's a message coming in today that you are blessed, because whenever we get this little rainbow coming through, look at this. Can you see the rainbow light? It's the way the sun is coming in and just hitting it exactly right to come right over your shoulder here. I feel this is a huge message of blessings, that you are blessed so much more than you know. You are loved so much more than you know. And the angels today are sending you angel blessings to remind you of that. Rainbows. The rainbow is a great sign of protection, love, strength, power, but also a sign from God about your mission. Because the rainbow energy is connected with Archangel Raziel, the psychic angel, reminding you of your power and your truth and the reason why you've come. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to bring in the Divine Inspiration Oracle cards by Asha Webb. This is a really beautiful deck here. Got the angel wings on there. I'm also going to bring in one of my favourite decks, the Midnight Forest Oracle by Amber Cat Oracles. And I'm going to use this as well for the masculine reading today. And I'm also going to bring in the energy of the Beyond Indigo Divine Manifestation deck, because, you know, you're manifesting right now. Look at that rainbow, amazing. And I don't know if you noticed it as well, but when I first started the reading, there was also a little orb flying around. And I know so many of you noticed those orbs on the videos. So thank you, angels. What's the energy around the feminine today? So we're going to start with the cards, and then we're going to use the book. So let's see what we need to know on this fabulous Friday. What do we need to know? But I mean, that says it all. Look at that. I mean, it's a great sign for me as well as you. You know, it may make the picture look a little bit lighter as well, but it's because of the power of heaven. So thank you, angels. What's the energy around the connection today, and what do we need to know? What's happening with the feminines? What do we need to be aware of today? Thank you, thank you. So we're going to start with the Midnight Forest Oracle then. Wise one. Look at this, wise one. So you're being reminded today that you're wise, and they are giving me a feeling of saliva in the mouth. And if you've been watching me for a while, you'll know when I get that, that's about hungering for something. Hungering, craving. You know how it feels when you're hungry and you salivate because you smell food? Did you see that orb there? Wow. So, you know, you're hungering for something, and this is your twin and what you're manifesting and your union. But it's also, you can smell success. I feel that you can smell success today. That's why we've got the rainbow. That's why the orbs are floating around. This is going to be a very, very powerful day. This may be the day where that Valentine's Day message comes in that you've been waiting for, or you receive communication, or something even better flows in. Something better, please, universe, because you're going to be blessed today. And this is a great sign of things moving forward. So it says, wise one. This is the angels addressing you. You are wise. You may feel foolish because of the way you feel in this connection. You may feel a bit vulnerable. But you know what? You are wise. You are beautiful, special, magical, unique, wise. There's nobody like you. And the angels are saying to you, wise one, you may cross paths with someone who has a world of knowledge concerning, wow, my phone, I didn't know my phone was on. So messages coming through there as well. Okay, I never leave my phone on, as you know, and obviously messages. So receiving messages today, I'm going to leave it on because everything's happening for a reason. I feel all this excitement coming in. So you may cross paths with someone today who has a world of knowledge concerning what you need to know. And I feel this is about you maybe watching a reading that resonates with you, or someone gives you some information and, you know, they're a wise one. And also you're a wise one too. So you're going to be helping others too today. You know, this is where we're all put where we're meant to be for a reason. Whether you're at work today or at home, or you're having a conversation with your kids, or you're around family or friends, or here on the channel, you are going to be given the opportunity to help, lead and guide, and to share your knowledge with the world. And you may also receive knowledge from someone who knows about herbal or alternative medicine. And this is powerful because, you know, we can use herbal remedies, you know, things like turmeric, spices, herbs, natural things from the world, to be able to bring in healing. You know, things like crystals as well, because crystals, I'm wearing peach moonstone right now, is very cleansing and healing and calming, and it allows you to be more present in the moment and to be more at peace. crystals or alternate medicine, which is things like Reiki, angel therapy, gratitude, raising your vibration. All these things help you to feel good and to work on your truth. It says, make sure that the shingle, they give me the word shingle, it says, make sure that the shingle they put out on the path is made of strong stuff and not just flimsy cardboard. And they're giving me the word shingle as in, you know, this can also be where you may have a rash. You know, think about shingles. If you have shingles, you know, it's a form of chicken pox. It's what we get when we are older. If we, you know, have chicken pox, a rash comes with that. And what I'm feeling is, you know, when we get a rash of any kind or itching in any way, it's because there's changes coming in. You know, things are changing, happening. You know, have you ever had that where you've been feeling something so powerfully, it's brought you out in hives? Or, you know, you've had a reaction to something, it's brought you out in hives. Or you've just been stressed out and your body's come out in hives. So I feel what this is that you're being shown that you are made of strong stuff and you can handle whatever's going on. You're not just made out of flimsy cardboard. In other words, cardboard is going to, you know, it's going to get damp, it's going to get squashed, it's going to break. Whereas strong stuff, that's what you're made out of. You're not going to break, you're going to pick yourself back up. So I feel you could meet someone today who helps you to understand that you're made of strong stuff. And if they cross your path for a reason, they're showing you your power. Now, because I've picked up on shingles, I'm going to go to the Louise Hay Heal Your Body book here. And if I have a look to see if it's in here, it might not even be in here, but you never know. Most things are. Yeah, shingles, it says, waiting for the other shoe to drop for your intention or being too sensitive. So if that resonates with you today, you know, if you've got fear or tension in your body, or you feel too sensitive, or you feel like you're waiting for something, or you're waiting for the other shoe to drop, which means you may be waiting for the masculines to realise or making a decision, say to yourself, I am relaxed and peaceful because I trust the process of life. All is well in my world. And that will clear up any rash. You know, maybe there is someone watching who's got shingles or knows of someone with shingles. Maybe you're thinking about that, you know, or anything that feels, you know, like it's coming up in your body, like any bumps, or, you know, like sometimes we'll get a spot coming up and we don't know why, or it's connected with all this tension. So the angels are reminding you that you are wise, and you're wise because you're learning how to understand your body and what your body is going through and what you're experiencing. And you're realising through your ascension process and your journey and all the things you've been through that your journey is made of strong stuff. And you're made of strong stuff. You know, I talk constantly about how this journey is being built on rock and stone. You know, not sand that can kind of get washed away. And the angels are reminding you of that today. And you've got destiny. It says, we all have a destiny and we all have paths to follow. It's time to move forward. So you have a path to move forward on. You're on the right path right now. Look at this beautiful rainbow. You know, it came over that way and now it's come over this way. I mean, you know, look at that for powerful. This is protection. You are protected, I'm protected, and I feel this is a huge sign we're being shielded today. So if anyone is coming at you, you know, trying to knock you off your path or say that things you're talking about aren't real or you don't know who you are or anything else, you're being shielded. And I feel this is a big sign from Archangel Raziel and Archangel Michael that you're protected from within. It's time to move forward. You have a destiny and a path to follow. And this is about all those paths everywhere you go leading home. And blessings along the way. Look out for the blessings in disguise. Wow. Well, we're certainly being blessed today with this rainbow light. But I feel the message is you are going through something today that you will find out later is a blessing in disguise. You may even know that now. So when we think that we're being, you know, ghosted or that we're being separated from our twin and we don't understand why, it can be a blessing in disguise. If something isn't manifesting straight away, guess what? It's a blessing in disguise. I trust that I'm directed exactly where I need to go. So you're being directed today. And remember, if there's a rejection of any kind, which can also be a diversion or a fork in the road or something shifting you the other way, it's happening for a reason. And they give me again this feeling of saliva in the mouth, or something needs to come up or be spoken or said. You know, so it's this real feeling of things being released, and I am fearless. So know that today, you are fearless, you are strong, you can do anything. You have Archangel Michael and Archangel Raziel right by your side. You know, there's nothing to fear. You are strong and powerful. You can do this. You've got this, you are strong. You're exactly where you're truly meant to be. And they give me this feeling like, you know, when you clean your teeth, or you get things out of your teeth, things are coming out into the open. Things that have been stuck for long periods of time are being shifted and moved around. And this can also be creating teeth issues. So, you know, if you've got any tooth pain, or you feel you've got excess saliva, or you're dealing with, you know, root issues in the teeth, if you're having any, you know, dental work done, it's all connected with change. Okay, big changes coming in. But ultimately you are protected, you are safe, and you are exactly where you're meant to be. So let's bring in the book then today. So on this day then, wow, I mean, this is powerful. Look at this, okay? Work with Archangel Azrael. Archangel Azrael is the angel who connects us with the spirit world. So if you're wanting to get into mediumship, you know, in this card here, it says you may cross paths with someone who has knowledge about alternate medicine or herbal remedies or something else. And because Raziel's come through as well today, the psychic angel with the blessing, it's gone away now because we're connecting with Azrael different time. It's still there. It's just kind of popping up. Can you see it in my hair there? This beautiful kind of, you know, blessing, this rainbow. But Archangel Azrael is the angel of the other side. So, you know, if you want to connect with loved ones in heaven, maybe you want to do that as your mission. You want to be giving mediumship readings, or you want to connect with the other side to help people who are struggling, who need comfort, who need help and support in some way. Or maybe you're connecting with Azrael today because you've lost a loved one, or you're feeling pains, or you're missing someone. Or maybe you're thinking about Mother's Day that's coming up soon and you're missing your mum, or, you know, there's people around you you're feeling from the spirit realm. So you can connect with Archangel Azrael to connect with people on the other side, and also to connect with your 5D self. Look at this again. You know, connect with your 5D self. I'm seeing a double rainbow here right now, which is about protection. So I feel the message here is as you work with the other side, whether it's the spirit realm, angelic realm, the 5D realm, you are going to be protected and you are safe. And a lot of the time, you know, we're afraid to call on the angels, or afraid to call on the other side because we don't know what we're going to experience. You know, someone said to me they were afraid of receiving a sign from a loved one in case it scared them. And people on the other side will not scare you. Okay, they won't scare you because, and if, you know, you read about these people who've had, you know, really volatile experiences with the other side, or it's all through fear. Okay, it's all fear-based. The other side will not come through and scare you. You know, there may be some lost souls out there that need your light, but they are just guided towards your light because they're trying to find the way home. They're trying to find their way to the other side, to light. You know, they may be in darkness, they're trying to find light. So the message is, you know, don't be afraid because the angels protect you and keep you safe and watch over you, and there's really nothing to fear. And most of the time, if your loved ones know you're afraid, they'll come to you through a dream, or they'll give you a sign in some other way. So Azrael brings relief from suffering and gladdens hearts that are darkened by sorrow. So anything you're going through. So, you know, Azrael doesn't always connect with those who are just dealing with grief. We deal with grief in other ways. You know, we can be in pain through separation because we're missing our twin and we feel like there's been a death. You know, we feel that sometimes because the death card in the tarot means transformation. So we go through transformation through, you know, the pain we go through when we're in separation, or when they are on the other side of the world, or even when you're in communication with your twin, but it's not flowing right, or they're not being open and honest, or they're keeping you at arm's length, or, you know, things don't feel right. So Azrael can come in to heal your heart and to help you to feel more peaceful and more relaxed and more in tune with who you are. He gives heaven's light, look at this, heaven's light, to every spirit he touches. And a simple presence can be enough to help a grieving person to regain faith in a brighter tomorrow. And I feel that's why you're seeing this rainbow on camera today. I mean, this is, you could say, wow, that's, unnatural, or that's amazing. Someone out there will say, well, it's just a trick of the light. But everything happens for a reason. And whenever these things come into a reading, just like when we see a motorbike or a van pulls up or anything else happens, it's always a beautiful blessing. And it's a sign. It's a sign of protection and strength and magic, and that we are guided by angels and that we are strong. Azrael needs human helpers to deliver his messages of hope. So you may be, we spoke about this the other day, being an agent of heaven and sharing your light with the world. And, if you were talking to someone and you feel that you have a message from the other side for them, or you feel you have an angel message for them, or you have some wisdom for them, don't be afraid to speak it out and share it, because most of the time the person you're talking to will, readily want that information or be open to it in some way. Because those who are grief-stricken sometimes can't pick up on the voices from the realm of spirit, they need to hear divine messages from humans. And that's the same as sometimes when we're struggling, we're in pain because of the separation or anything else, we can't see straight. We can't see past the end of our own nose. We struggle, we're in pain, we're in fear, we're, crying, we're emotional. So sometimes it's nice to watch a reading like this one to give you peace of mind that all is well, that it's not over and great changes ahead. You can act as an earth angel by asking Azrael to guide your interactions with those who are sad or dispirited. And, if you see, I've got like a magic wand here. I use this on Pixie Power Tarot, but I imagine I have this with me at all times, invisible. So if I'm out in the world and I see someone struggling with something, PM, I'll send them love, or I'll send them something they need energetically, or I might even have the opportunity to give them something they need, which may be advice, help in some way. I spoke the other day about giving someone a bottle of water, to help in some way, be of service, be of help, wherever you go, whatever you do. And Archangel Azrael will help you to do this, to act as an earth angel. He'll speak through you saying just the right words, accompanied by high healing energy, and that's true. And I experienced this when my mum was in hospital. And after her operation, we went back to have a checkup. I mean, obviously, she passed from her, whatever she was going through. It wasn't really the cancer that killed her, it was more pneumonia. But that's another story. But the point I'm making is, when she was diagnosed with cancer and she went through her operation, she lived for 7 years. And the doctors even said it was a miracle that she survived the operation. And, for those whole 7 years, she couldn't eat or drink anything. Everything went into a feeding tube. She was a complete warrior. But the point I'm making is she had to have, I think it was a long 18-hour operation, I think it was. And then it was 18 hours. I was trying to think how many was it. She used to tell everyone an 18-hour operation. And there was 2 surgeons who did it between them, because 18 hours is a long time, And when we went in and had a, initial kind of consultation after, her surgeon, Mr. Gahia, he was a miracle worker anyway. And I was talking to him and I said, wow, you like Jesus. And you know what he said to me? Do you know what he said? And this is the part, because this is Jesus channeling. Okay, because he was like Jesus to my mum, miracle healer. And I said, you like Jesus? He said, no, I'm just a carpenter. I'm just a carpenter. That's all he said. And the words coming out of his mouth were clearly a channeled message. He didn't realise what he'd said, but I had angel bumps all through my body. No, I'm just a carpenter. Because that's how humble Jesus was. Jesus didn't walk around saying, I'm this, I'm that. He was just who he was. And that's who you are. You don't walk around saying you're this or that. You are just you. You are this beautiful being of light, and everyone knows that and sees that through you. But you don't have to, say what you do or who you are, because it's already seen. Like, people recognise Jesus before he was even in the room, because they felt his energy and they felt his light and his presence. And that's the same presence that you have too. So Azrael is helping you to channel power through you. Today, call upon Azrael and work with him to lift the energy of those in need. He'll cleanse the residue of grief from your own heart and then team up with you to illuminate others as well. Azrael reminds you that happiness is holy and that the best way to honour those who have passed on is to enjoy your life. And that's true, to enjoy your life. So if someone you love is passed over, they live on through you. My mum would not want me sitting here crying still and being upset and giving up on life. She'd want me to live because she lives through me. And now I know wherever I go, whatever I do, she is with me, living it through me. And that's a beautiful thing. Now the body's gone, you know, there's the power. So in other words, I would have had to ring her up before and say, do you want to go here with me? Now she can go there with me anyway without me even having to, you know, make plans like that. So it's a very powerful thing. And it's the same with separation, you know. Your masculine does not want you to be unhappy. Your masculine wants you to be happy and satisfied and feeling whole and complete anyway. You know, your masculine is your greatest teacher. And your masculine teaches you to find happiness regardless of the situation. So this is saying to you, whatever the situation is, find happiness, be a light. Be a lighthouse to others. Help in the comments section if you see someone struggling. If you see someone, forgive me, fear, they're in fear or dealing with something that you've been through it so you can have compassion and empathise and lift them up and be there for them. So the message today is call upon Archangel Azrael to guide your healing words. Azrael, I ask that you heal my heart of any grief that blocks my awareness of love's presence. Please help me to accept change with grace and know that a person or thing is never truly lost. And that's the truth. You know, we don't lose anyone. We gain power. We gain strength, knowledge, understanding and wisdom. And that's how you become wise. You become wise through loss, grief, struggle, separation, pain. This is how we grow. You know, without those tough times, we wouldn't appreciate the good times. And without the lows, we wouldn't appreciate the highs. So say today, I am fearless, I am a warrior. I can cope with anything that's going on. And I trust that I am directed exactly where I need to go. I trust that blessings follow me around and I look out for the blessings in disguise in my life because everything is destiny. We all have a destiny and a path to follow, and today it's time to follow mine. So the angels are reminding you of that today. Everything you go through, you grow from. And everything gives you the opportunity to help, to guide, to be of service and to focus on love. And today, wherever you go, whatever you do, you are divinely protected by this rainbow and there's nothing to fear. I hope this helps. Have a great day and I'll see you soon.